Hi, are you looking for ways to improve productivity, efficiency, and safety in your factory? If so, you might want to consider implementing a suggestion program. A suggestion program is an excellent way to encourage your frontline workers to provide ideas and feedback that can lead to innovative solutions and drive business success. But let's face it, implementing a suggestion program can be challenging. That's why we've put together this 8-step guide to help you get started. And by the way, make sure to download a PDF from the description below, which outlines each of these steps in detail so you can easily follow along. First off, let's talk about why you should implement a suggestion program in your factory. There are a ton of benefits in doing so, such as increasing employee engagement, improving productivity and efficiency, and identifying cost savings opportunity, just to name a few. When your frontline workers have a voice and platform to share their ideas and feedback, they become more invested in their work and more motivated to help your factory succeed. Implementing employee suggestion can help streamline processes, reduce waste, and improve efficiency, which can lead to higher productivity and cost savings. Not only that, but a suggestion program can promote a culture of innovation and creativity, leading to the development of new ideas and products. Employee suggestions can also help factories identify and solve problems more quickly and effectively, leading to improved performance and customer satisfaction. And finally, a suggestion program can make your frontline workers feel valued and invested in the success of the company, which can lead to higher retention rates as well. So are you ready to unlock the potential of your frontline workers with a successful suggestion program? In this guide, we'll cover everything you need to know to get started, from identifying your objectives, setting up your team, to evaluating suggestions, and measuring success. We'll provide practical tips to help you create a program that engages frontline workers, generate innovative ideas, enhance your business performance. Whether you're a factory manager looking to improve productivity, an HR professional tasked with employee engagement, or a team leader looking for ways to motivate your team, this guide will provide you the guidance you need to implement a successful suggestion program in your factory. And if you stay till the very end, we also have a bonus step to share with you that can be revolutionary in the success of the implementation. So let's get started and see how implementing a suggestion program can transform your factory. All right, now that we've talked about the benefits, let's move on to the first step in the process. That is to establish a proper team to manage your suggestion program. The success of your suggestion program depends heavily on having a dedicated team in place to manage it effectively. This team will be responsible for ensuring that the program meets all its goals and objectives. There's 3 key roles that are critical in ensuring the success of the program: a program manager, a program coordinator, and evaluation team. A program manager will oversee the program and have the authority to make decisions about which suggestions to implement. On the other hand, the program coordinator will manage the day-to-day operations of the program, including managing the suggestion submission process, tracking progress, and communicating with the frontline workers. The evaluation team will be the responsible one for evaluating suggestions and determining which ones to implement, and should have a mix of both expertise, technical and business knowledge. When setting up a team, it's important to make sure that they have the time and necessary resources to manage the program effectively. Clearly define the roles and responsibilities of each of the team members and ensure that they have the necessary authority to make decisions. Identify any potential conflicts of interest that could arise and develop a process to manage them. It's also important to provide training to the team members on how to evaluate and implement those suggestions. By setting up a proper team to manage the suggestion program, you can ensure that it is properly managed and has the support it needs to be successful. Now that you have a dedicated team in place to manage the program, the next step is to identify your objectives. This step is crucial because it sets the foundation for the rest of the program. So before you start implementing your suggestion program, ask yourself these questions. What are the biggest challenges I'm facing in the factory? Am I struggling with productivity or more of safety concerns? Are there processes that could be more efficient? By identifying these challenges, you can focus your suggestion program on the areas that will have the biggest impact on your bottom line. What are your business goals? Do you want to increase revenue, improve customer satisfaction, or expand your product line? A suggestion program can help you achieve any of these goals by identifying ways to improve your factory processes. Another way to look at the objectives is by thinking, what do your frontline workers care about? Your frontline workers are the ones who will be submitting suggestions, so it's important to consider their perspective. What issues have they raised in the past that you couldn't address? By addressing their concerns, you can increase the engagement and participation in the program. Once you have a clear understanding of your objectives, make sure they're smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of setting a vague objective like improve productivity, set a specific objective like reduce machine downtime by 20% in next 6 months. By taking the time to identify your objectives, you can ensure that your suggestion program is focused and effective. One key tip over here: you should always pick one focused area that will be your pilot area to start with, and then expand into the other areas once you see the success. Let's dive into the third step of our plan, which is all about setting up the reward and recognition program. This is a really important part of the process because it motivates frontline workers to get involved and contribute their ideas. To get started, we first need to define what we're looking for in a suggestion. Are we evaluating the quality of the suggestion, the impact of the factory, or the number of suggestions submitted? Once you have this criteria established, we can move on to defining appropriate prices. It's important to offer prices that are meaningful and align with the interests of the frontline workers. We could consider something like gift cards, merchandise, or other incentives that they would actually want to receive. To keep track of all the submissions and rewards, we should use a transparent and easy to use process and point system. It's crucial that we communicate the program effectively to everyone involved. This means explaining the criteria, prices, and the point system, and making it clear how employee participation is super important. Next, we will dive into step 4, which is all about establishing an effective communication plan to connect with the frontline workers and encourage their participation. To make your suggestion program a success, it's crucial to communicate it to all the frontline workers and motivate them to participate. Create a clear communication plan that explains what the program is all about and its objectives, how suggestions will be evaluated and implemented, how frontline workers will be recognized for their contributions, and any important dates or deadlines. Use multiple communication channels to reach out to all your frontline workers. You can put up posters and flyers in common areas, send out emails and internal announcements, organize team meetings and town halls, or have even one-on-one conversations with the managers. To ensure that all employees understand the program, consider using visual aids such as diagrams or charts, and use multiple languages if necessary. Encourage frontline workers to participate in the program by highlighting its benefits for both the company and themselves. Give them examples of what a good suggestion looks like. Explain them about the incentive and explain them the criteria of the reward and recognition program. By communicating the suggestion program effectively and motivating participation, factories can ensure that all their frontline workers are engaged and invested in the program. In the next section, we'll talk about evaluating and implementing those suggestions. So step 5 of the suggestion program is all about evaluation and implementation. To do this successfully, factories should follow a structured process that includes several key steps. Firstly, it's important to establish evaluation criteria that are based on the program's objective. This will ensure that suggestions are evaluated consistently and objectively. Once the criteria are established, all suggestions should be reviewed and evaluated based on the established criteria. It's important to provide feedback to frontline workers on their suggestions and keep them informed of the evaluation process. After reviewing all the suggestions, the next step is to prioritize them based on their potential impact and feasibility. Suggestions that have the greatest impact with the least amount of resources should be given priority. The selected suggestions should then be developed into an implementation plan that includes a timeline, a description of the resources required, and a plan for communicating the implementation to frontline workers. Once the implementation plan is complete, the suggestion should be implemented according to the plan. It's important to communicate the implementation as well to all the frontline workers and recognize those employees who submitted that suggestion. Now that you've established your suggestion program and implemented suggestions, it's important to measure the success of that program. By following a structured process to evaluate the success, factories can ensure that the suggestion program is effective and achieving its objective. First, establish key performance indicators that align with the objectives of your suggestion program. This could include the number of suggestions submitted, number of suggestions implemented, cost savings, or revenue generated from implemented suggestions, and employee participation rate. Collect data on the established KPIs to measure the success of the program. Use a tracking system to record all the suggestions and their statuses. Once you have the data, analyze it to determine how well the program is performing. Look for trends over time and compare the data to the established KPI. Make sure to share the results of the program with all the frontline workers to keep them informed and engaged at all times. Use posters, email announcements, team meetings to share those results. Celebrate successes and highlight the impact of implemented suggestions. By measuring the success, factories can ensure that the suggestion program is effective in achieving its objective and continuously improving. Once the program is up and running smoothly, it's time to expand your suggestion program into other areas. Once you've got the hang of the whole process, you can consider implementing it in other areas of the factory or even in other departments within your organization. First, assess your current program to identify its key strengths and weaknesses. This will help you make any necessary changes before expanding the program. Then think about where else you could implement the program and develop a plan that includes your objectives, target audience, communication strategy, and timeline for that implementation. Next, communicate your plan to everyone involved, just like you did before, including your frontline workers, managers, and other relevant stakeholders. Make sure they're on board and understand how the program will work. Once you have buy-ins, it's time to implement your plan. Make sure you have all the necessary resources and an effective communication strategy in place to get things started. As you expand the program, don't forget to measure its success using the same KPIs and data collection method you used for the original program. Use the data to identify areas for improvement and continuously improve the program. By expanding your suggestion program, you can get valuable ideas, suggestions from your employees, which can lead to even greater success. Just make sure you assess your current program, develop a clear plan, communicate effectively, and measure your success along the way. Once you've implemented your suggestion program and now measured its success, it's important to maintain that success over time. We want to continuously improve the program to keep it relevant and effective. By now, you might have figured that it's very important to communicate regularly with your frontline workers throughout the program. Keep them informed of the status of their suggestions and impact of the implemented suggestions. This can be done through team meeting or on one-on-one basis or even through the announcement board. Make sure to provide the necessary training to your frontline workers on how to submit effective suggestions. Make sure everyone is aware of the suggestion program and understands how to participate. Regularly recognize and reward your frontline workers for their contributions to the suggestion program. Celebrate successes and highlight the impact of implemented suggestions. Recognize Employee of the Month or annual award that can help motivate employees to participate. Evaluate the suggestion program from time to time and make adjustments as necessary. Use data and feedback to identify areas for improvement and make changes to the program. To continuously improve the program, we need to analyze the data we've collected from the suggestion program to identify trends and patterns. We use this information to identify areas of improvement and make data-driven decisions. We also need to conduct regular reviews of the program's objectives, KPIs, communication strategy, and overall effectiveness. By doing this, we can identify areas for improvement and make changes to the program to keep it running smoothly. It's important to benchmark against industry best practices to find opportunities to improve the program and keep it ahead of the curve. And don't forget to involve the top management. Getting buy-in from senior management ensures the program's success. This means providing regular updates to them, involving them in decision-making, and highlighting the program's impact on the organization. By maintaining and continuously improving the suggestion program, we can keep it relevant and effective over time and foster a culture of continuous improvement and employee engagement. We've talked about the important steps to follow for a successful suggestion program. But as promised at the beginning, here's one bonus step you can take to really make it shine. So let's take a look. To take your suggestion program to the next level, consider using an idea management system. Incorporating an idea management system into your factory suggestion program can be a powerful tool to enhance your factory's performance, improve employee engagement, and foster the culture of continuous improvement. An idea management system is a software tool that can help manage and standardize the entire process of submitting, reviewing, and implementing those suggestions. It ensures that all suggestions are tracked, reviewed, and acted upon in a timely manner. Consider selecting an idea management system that is user-friendly, customizable, and has the features you need to track submissions, manage workflows, and reports. You want a system that fits the needs of your factory and easy for your frontline workers to use. Once you have chosen an idea management system, it is essential to train your frontline workers on how to use it effectively. This includes how to submit suggestions, track their submissions, and access the reward and recognition program. Encourage feedback from your workers to identify areas for improvement and make changes to the system as necessary. In addition to the training, it is important to establish clear timelines and responsibilities for reviewing and implementing those. Use the idea management system to streamline the process and ensure consistency in the workflow. The system can help you assign tasks, set deadlines, and track progress more autonomously to ensure that suggestions are reviewed and implemented promptly. By incorporating an idea management system, you can establish a successful suggestion program that empowers your frontline workers and drives innovation. A well-designed suggestion program can not only improve your factory's performance, but also foster a culture of continuous improvement and employee engagement. With the help of an idea management system, you can take your suggestion program to the next level and reap the benefits of a more engaged and productive workforce. Thanks for watching this video on implementing a suggestion program in your factory. I hope you found these steps helpful and informative. If you have any questions or would like to share your experience with implementing a suggestion program, feel free to leave a comment below or send me an email at support@LeanSuite.com. And don't forget to grab your free guide from the link in the description below. Bye-bye.